I teach prehistory in the Department of Prehistory and Archaeology. So about experimental archaeology, I usually teach lithic technology, experimental lithic technology. That is a kind of approach, experimental approach, and a tool for understanding ancient lithics and ancient materials by reproducing them today. We have a powerful tool for understanding lithic in terms of research, because we can reproduce and make experiments about different questions we get that arises from the archaeological sites. This is a real scientific method. You introduce different questions, and some of them, many of them, can be answered by using or making an experiment in the past. A good one. Tools, because I need angles. A small one. Maybe we have to produce different flakes. Depending on the moment, people in the past use the nature as a kind of supermarket. They take advantage of different stones and different materials, of course, organic, clay, minerals, different metals, and so on. But they have to adapt, and it happened along the time, different techniques to produce tools on each rock. For example, by mapping, you can predict the morphology you will obtain. Using specific movements and trajectories and techniques, you can predict, you can produce something that was predetermined. Now, produce it. So more or less we have a face over here, we have to correct some parts over there, and we have to clean the other one. To work with stone. It works better with the stone. Hey. Probably if we work with maybe bone, yeah, it's better. Yeah, better. From the lower Paleolithic, very early, it could be around 700,000 GSBP in Africa, for example, Isenya and some other sites. They try to look for symmetry. It's amazing. They are looking for something beautiful at the same time. And this is clearly something that is cultural. And what happened in some of the tools we have studied is there are different qualities in the flint, for example. And for example, during Acheulean, in the Iberian Peninsula, for example, we studied different sites, and we found that the better the material is, the more work was done on the piece. So they appreciate the quality of the material, and they want to produce something nice. Even if the function can be the same, more or less the same, if you snap 10 times or 20 times. They snap 50 times because they want to produce something symmetric and something beautiful. Now, now. It's almost clean. The challenge in the experimental archaeology is just to come from the technological and technical level into the social and cultural level. And that's so difficult because we are not Neanderthals, But we try to acquire information from the site, and at the same time, by using or reproducing the same mechanism, you have an idea of how they think in a short scale. So we have to correct the symmetry of the material, the thing we were talking about. Yeah. And we have to correct the steps from the other side. From the moment we have this concept of symmetry and cultural, a lot of cultural issues inside the production, lithic production, I suppose, but it's just my suppose, that there is a kind of learning processes inside those societies. We don't have clearly information about when an active teaching starts, but I suppose that the more complex the method in lithic method is, the more needs of teaching you have to introduce into the learning process. You can sharpen a little bit, yeah, just in order to create a point. Yeah, nice one. Nice one there. Yeah. I must take a look. It's a small one, but nice one. Yeah. So you have a nice hand axe here, and really sharp. This is a small one, but sometimes you can produce hand axes really big, and then you can cut big pieces of meat. You can disarticulate animals, big animals. Yeah, it's a nice hand axe. Nice.